You want to use intermittent fasting to get better results? Awesome. I'll show you how to get started today. Hey there, my fit friends and food lovers. It is me, Coach Ben, the coach that cooks, helping you solve fat loss problems through food. And today I'm extra excited because we're gonna be getting tactical. I'm about to show you exactly how to use intermittent fasting to lose more weight, to optimize your hormones, to eat whatever you want and still shed pounds of body fat and even fly faster than a speeding bullet. Yeah, no. I'm not here to overhype what fasting is or does, make exaggerated claims about how it works, or even pretend like fasting helps everybody under the sun. There's more than enough of that on the internet already. Too much. And as a side note, I've got one video that talks about how intermittent fasting really works, and another video that talks about how to know if intermittent fasting is the right fit for you. Before you dive headfirst into any sort of program, plan, or protocol, I'd watch both of those first. Odds are you've heard of intermittent fasting and all of the amazing, frankly overhyped things it can do for you. After all, that's probably why you're here, right? You've heard of intermittent fasting, how it can help you lose weight, and you're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started today. Well, good news. That's exactly what I'm going to show you, so you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start fasting for fat loss. So let's get started. With any goal, you want to start with the end in mind. Take whatever outcome you want to achieve and reverse engineer it. Break it down into simple action steps to follow on a consistent basis that will, over time, lead to the goal. This shifts your focus from the outcome-based goal, something like losing 20 pounds, to the process-based goals that'll get you there. The caloric deficit that you need to maintain, drinking plenty of water, eating enough protein, that sort of jazz. Outcome-based goals are where you want to go. Process-based goals are the step-by-step actions you take to actually get there. Today, I'm walking you through the how-to of intermittent fasting as a process with the specific end goal of fat loss in mind. Simply put, fasting is a planned period of time with no eating. And historically speaking, it's been done for all sorts of different reasons, especially in religious cultures. Intermittent fasting just rebrands this age-old practice and shifts the focus from holiness to healthiness. It's just time-restricted eating, and there are a lot of different approaches to doing that called protocols. Here are some examples. There's the 5-2 diet, where you eat normally 5 days out of the week, and then with the remaining 2 days of the week, you restrict calories to about 500 or 600 per day. Eat, stop, eat, where you have this 24-hour fast 1 or 2 times a week. The warrior diet, which is a 20-hour daily fast with a big meal at night in a 4-hour feeding window. Alternate day fasting, where you fast every other day, alternating between days where you fast and days where you eat. And then there is 16-8 intermittent fasting, which is a daily fast of 16 hours with an 8-hour feeding window. And here's the kicker, there's no universal best plan. At the end of the day, the best plan is the one that you'll be able to follow consistently. And that's why I tend to recommend a 16-8 intermittent fasting protocol for people that are getting started, because it's simple, and simple is successful. Like I said, 16-8 intermittent fasting is 16 hours of fasting each day with an 8-hour feeding window. During the fasting window, you don't eat any food or consume any calories. 0-calorie beverages though, those are totally fine. So things like water, obviously, black coffee, unsweetened tea, sparkling water or diet sodas, also totally fine, or my usual go-to, yerba mate. Then during the feeding window, you eat all your food for the day. That usually means 2 somewhat larger meals instead of the traditional breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you've got daily goals for calories, macros, or even micronutrients, you'll still want to hit those. That's the backbone of your progress. Fasting isn't some metabolism magic trick. It's just helping you keep on track with the goals you've already got. That's really the most important part of starting your very own intermittent fasting plan. It should make your life easier. It needs to be personalized to you, your life, your goals, in order to truly be effective. How a protocol looks on paper is not the way that it needs to look when you apply it to your day-to-day life. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that it shouldn't, because what's idealistic is rarely realistic. So here are a few ways to take a 16-8 intermittent fasting protocol, fine-tune it a little bit, and turn it into your very own personalized plan. First, fine-tuning the timing. Honestly, you can start and end your fast whenever you want. Personally, I usually just skip breakfast. I'm rarely someone who gets hungry in the morning, so it just feels like a natural fit. That means that if I'm fasting, it usually ends at lunch around 1 or 2 p.m. and then picks back up again at 9 or 10 p.m. after dinner and maybe a little treat. But you can do it however you want. Breaking your fast at 9 a.m. and starting your fast at 5 p.m. is still a 16-hour fasting window. And honestly, there's nothing special about 16 hours of fasting. If you fast for 15 hours and 59 minutes, that still counts. So does 12 hours, 13 hours, or 14 hours. If you get too caught up in the timing, you'll drive yourself nuts. I've been there, I've done that, I've gotten the t-shirt, it's not worth it. Don't try to fit your life to some arbitrary timing. Fit the timing to your life. Also, thanks to hormones, women tend to respond better to shorter fasting periods. So take that into consideration as well. You may want to fast more like 12 to 14 hours rather than 16. It still counts, it still works. Additionally, it doesn't have to be daily. If it's a better fit for you, fast less often. If you're about to go out to brunch with friends and it happens to be during your fasting window, don't fast. Fasting should not take precedence over being present, enjoying life, and being a human. That's just silly. Even if you just randomly wake up ravenous one morning, that's perfectly all right. Eat. It's okay to eat. It's important to remember that it's okay to eat. Eating is good. You know how I said I rarely wake up hungry in the morning? It's true, but once in a blue moon, I'll wake up starving. And I've never once regretted eating when that's the case. Your progress isn't contingent on perfect fasting, and fasting in and of itself is flexible. If you're struggling to eat enough protein for your goals, maybe having a protein shake in the morning, even if it's during your fast, is helpful and worthwhile. I mean, sure, yes, that technically breaks your fast, but who cares, right? It's your body, they're your goals, and you can approach them however you want. You can approach fasting however you want. Ultimately, this video isn't about telling you what to do. It's about helping you understand how to potentially use intermittent fasting to your fat loss advantage if you want to, and only if you want to. If you don't want to start fasting, don't. Fasting isn't inherently better for fat loss, no matter what the internet may say. It's just one tool in the toolkit. And you can watch this video right here to see exactly how that tool works and the real reason why intermittent fasting helps people lose weight.